So for today, we are looking at the human digestive system, the pathway of food, and why the digestive system is important to us. So the first component of the human digestive system is the mouth region. As you know, the mouth is very important for the breaking down of food. This is what is known as mechanical digestion. There is also chemical digestion that is involved. There are some enzymes that are very important for breaking down food particles, particularly in the form of starch or carbohydrates, into simple sugar. Next up, we have the esophagus. So it's a long tube that basically enables smooth movement of food from the mouth to your stomach. So it does not secrete any enzymes, but it is very important to facilitate the passage of food. This is our stomach region, as you may be aware of. It's a very important organ in our body for the churning of food, the breaking down of food, particular proteins. So proteins are broken down with the presence of acid in the stomach. It enable proteins to be broken down into amino. One of the most important organs in the digestive system is known as the pancreas. So it's located behind the stomach. Food does not physically go through the pancreas, but the pancreas is very important to release enzymes that enable the breaking down of sugars, fats, protein, and starches. At the same time, it also releases hormones to regulate blood sugar level. If you're talking about insulin, you may have insulin to reduce the blood sugar level or the release of glucagon. These hormones are present and they are released by the pancreas to regulate our blood. Next up, we have the liver. So the liver is important in different forms. One of them is that it produces bile, which enable the breaking down of fat. So it processes toxin, remove them from the blood. It's also important for blood clotting. So we have the gallbladder here. The gallbladder is located beneath the liver. What it does is that it stores, so the liver produces bile, but it gets stored, the bile gets stored in the gallbladder. So if you have friends or you hear of someone who has their gallbladder being removed, it is a bit tricky, which means that the bile is not being stored in the body. So it's a yellow-green digestive fluid. It basically enables or it promotes the breaking down of fats into fatty acids. So next up here, we have the small intestine. Do you know that the small intestine has the length of a tennis court? So it's very long in your body. The whole point about the small intestine is that it allows the absorption of nutrients, so breaking down food and the absorption of nutrients along the way, particularly carbohydrates, protein, and fats that have been broken down into simple forms. It gets absorbed in the small intestine. So the large intestine, as the name suggests, is a lot bigger as compared to the small intestine. What it does is that before the food waste exits your body, it wants to promote, encourages as much absorption, particularly water. To bear in mind, water is also absorbed in the small intestine, but water absorption happens in the large intestine here, and also facilitate bacterial fermentation, forming stool before any food waste is being released from the body.